welcome to episode 2 of the Backstage Knits podcast. My name is Catherine. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that wherever you are today, you're having a wonderful day. You can find me on Ravelry at BackstageKatKnits. We've also got a Ravelry group for the podcast. The show notes for this podcast will be at my Tumblr blog at BackstageKnits.tumblr.com. And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter as BackstageKath. And all those casts are with a K. I guess I'll start off with what I'm drinking in my little K mug. This is tea that my mom actually got me for a birthday gift while she was in Chicago. It is, there we go. It is the Windy City Blend by T. Geschwender. But a gentle treat for body and soul, a delicious whirlwind of flavor composed of 7 sweet teas. It's got a bunch of different teas and some fruits in there. So, there you go. Whoops. You see that? I got a new camera, and so my old one used to be like you move to the right and move to the right, and now it's no longer mirror image. So I'm going to be doing this a lot and sending things off screen. So bear with me today as I get used to that. This is what it looks like. Yummy. It tastes really good. This is my first time actually having it today, so. Alrighty, what's up in my life? I passed my test! Woo! Those of you who were tuned in last week knew that I was studying for a test about business law for a insurance designation called Chartered Property Casualty Underwriter, and I took that yesterday, and I passed. I'm so happy. I still have 5 more tests to go, but I had taken this one before and failed it, so it feels really good to say that I finally passed it. I've gotten over with. I can move on to the next one, which will hopefully be easier because it's underwriting concepts, and I know a little bit about underwriting already. I took an underwriting development course, so that one should be much easier. Alrighty, let's get on with the knitting. I don't have much in the ways of finished objects this week. I was studying for my test all week, so I didn't really get to work on knitting a whole lot, but I do have one little dinky finished object. It is a dishcloth. It is my double knit dishcloth, and I made this with Cascade Luna, and these colorways didn't have names, but there's the teal and the beige. It's actually more like a pot holder. So yeah, it's not the most beautiful thing in the world. You can see I kind of cast off too tightly with my, I forget what they called it, the cast off Kitchener stitch maybe, in the book. And so it's kind of like pulled in, and I probably cast on too loosely, so it's pulled out. And I made some weird mistakes over here, and this row is not full square. I got lost track of the row count, and the yarn's doing some weird things. But it is a dishcloth, and it is double knit, and that's pretty awesome. I learned a new technique. I think part of the issues with this is the yarn. Like, you can kind of see, like, the way this yarn is, it's kind of bumpy. Like, it's just one yarn, and then it's got the little, like, thread running around it. So I think part of the issues I had was with the yarn a little bit. Like, you can sort of see some of those places look like they're not me. They're the yarn. But I did have issues with tension and stuff. But, like I said, it's just a pot holder. So it doesn't really matter. No one's going to be wearing it. But that is my one finished object for the week. And as soon as I cast this one off, I started working on a second one because, as you can see, I still have lots of the yarn. These are 50-gram balls, and this dishcloth took up 10 grams of each of the ball. So I cast on another double knit dishcloth. And this, I'm using the same book, Mastering Colorwork by Melissa Liepman, and I'm using some of her stitch patterns that are in here just for dishcloths, and so I'm doing that one. And so I started this yesterday, and I actually got through one. I did one kind of setup row just so the colors would be the same along the bottom here, and I did one full repeat of the pattern. So this one's already going a little bit better. You can kind of tell my tension's already a little more consistent on this one. I am knitting these, and I knit the last one with the Knit Picks Caspian needles, I think. These are 14 inches because when I first set that I bought, I was like, I want to do more projects, and therefore 14 is bigger, and I'll get those. Kind of wish I'd gotten the 10s, but whatever. I love the color of these. I'm a teal girl. But yeah, this is going along pretty well. Chugging along swimmingly there. That's my work in progress number 1. Work in progress number 2, my big project, which is moving along slowly yet surely, is the Velvet Summer 2015 shawl knit along, KAL by Velvet Deshawn, and it uses her hand-dyed gold star yarn. It's a fingering-ish weight. And there we go. So, it is actually looking very, very large and very, very shawl-like. Last week, I was probably about here, maybe, but you know, or maybe I was closer to here. I don't know. I forgot to put a little stitch marker on there. But I finished this kind of small leaves section. It's kind of hard to see the leaves on this. I don't know if it was me or the way the pattern is, but you can sort of see they look like leaves, like here. And I'm just about to start on kind of an open lace pattern, but I'm literally 2 rows into that, so you can't really see any part of it yet. But yeah, so she's done it in weekly installments, and she sends it out on Sundays, and last Sunday she sent out week 6 and 7, so it's a 2-week thing. So there's none coming this week, but I just started week 5. So I'm about 2 weeks behind, but that's alright. It was still fun. I started pretty well, and then life happened, and I had to frog this and start over and whatever. I have a bajillion stitch markers on this because it's a 6-stitch repeat. So lots and lots of stitch markers. But coming along, it's going to be so nice when it's finished, and I cannot wait till I block it. And you can actually see more of this lace. The one thing I do worry about is that, I don't know if you can tell, where's a good way? You know, it's kind of got these gold specks running through it, and it's this like sort of, hard to see, like plastic kind of gold thread. So I don't know how much that's going to stretch while blocking, but I do hope it stretches a little bit because I do want to be able to see the nice pretty lace. Right now it kind of looks just like, I'm like joking, it looks like dragon scales. Like they kind of bunch up on each other and it looks a little lumpy and scaly. So that's that. I'm kind of hiding where I'm getting it from because I'll show you that later. Next work in progress is my Waves Gone By knit along by Petra Brigstone. That is using the Hope Knit yarn Ultra Soft Merino. It is a 100% superwash merino from Hope Knit yarn, and it's using the Another Galaxy colorway, which I love. And I got a lot done on this week. Because I was studying for my test, a lot of nights I was like, I cannot sit and read this super complicated pattern. Like, my brain is fried. I just want to sit and knit something super easy. This is just a 4-row repeat, so it's really easy to remember what this is. So last week of the podcast I was about here, and this week I can see I'm here. I think I have like 3 or 4 more repeats of the wave stitch pattern before going on to a garter stitch section, so that's coming along really well. I really like how it looks. Like I said, pinks and purples are not my favorite colors, so I may gift this to my sister when complete, but I do love the yarn. Super easy to work with. And I actually brought this to Knitting Club, which was both a good thing and a bad thing. I was like, this is a super easy repeat. I can totally talk and hang out while doing this. I can't. I need to, like, always have a hitchhiker or socks on my needles and bring that to Knitting Club because I had to, like, think back on this 2 or 3 times on Friday at Knitting Club because, yeah, I just kept not being able to keep track, and then I was off with stitches. But the good news is this is a pretty simple one, so once you're off, and there's only 1 pattern row, so once you're off, you can figure it out pretty easy. So there's that. That's in my feeling super fine. Love it. And then I got home from taking my test yesterday, and I was like, I need just something, like, this is easy, but I want to work on this. Like, I just need something, like, fun and easy and that I don't want to think about. And so I cast on socks. So last week I got my Regia 6-ply self-striping yarn. I think it's colorway number, oh, I wrote it down. Colorway number 06369. Oh, fancy. But it's kind of this like modified rainbow. And I cast on socks. So here we go. Here's what I got to last night. I'm doing the Rose City Rollers by Maria Catherine Briner. And I'm gonna probably do one more stripe color and then start the gusset. But as you can see, I didn't get very far. I'm a little bit slow when it comes to socks. But you can see it's coming along. There we go. Socks. So I think now this is my 4th attempt at socks. I have 4 pieces of sock in various states of completion around my room. I bought a sock book like, I don't know, 2 months ago, and I have one just like basic sock that's actually almost done, but I just haven't had the time to finish it. And that's so like I don't know, I'll show you my foot, but I'm probably about another inch and I'm going to start the toe crease. So that's almost done, but I'm using it, doing the magic loop method, and then I have another pair using the magic loop method where I've just done the cuff, and then I have another pair where I try 2 at a time, and I have like half a toe cap. So the problem with socks is that a lot of them don't fit me. So like the one that I have almost done, I'm trying on. I'm like, it doesn't fit my foot, and so that's why I like the ones that I have just the cuff and a little bit. I'm like, these aren't gonna fit around my ankles, so why am I gonna keep bothering? But and then the other ones are like, oh, I'll toe up. I can modify these to fit me, and I just haven't gotten around to it. But now that I'm doing this on double pointed needles, I really like it because, like, look, there's no sort of, you can't tell really where the needle switch, and when I do magic loop, you totally can. So I'm gonna definitely keep needing these. This is US 1s. These are just my boy. Oh, I meant to tell you what I'm knitting my other ones on. So the shawl is on Carbon's US 6 4mm. And the Waves Gone By is on the Takumi Bamboo. I think that's the standard set I got. I have an interchangeable set of those two, but that's just the not interchangeable. I forgot the opposite of that word. Takumi set. That's US 7, which is 4.5mm. And these are just on US 1, 2.25, boye, however you say that, sell at, the big craft stores. So yeah, I really like knitting on double pointed needle. It's a little bit fiddly for me, but I think I'm going to be happy with the finished project. And what's great about the Rose City Rollers pattern is it's free. Like free patterns, although I paid for a lot, but I don't mind paying for a pattern, but it's always nice when one is free. And that she's got different sizes. So the size on this one was a 9.5 inch, 9.5 inch circumference of your foot, and I measured, and that's about where I'm at. So I'm super hoping that these will actually fit me. I like working with this yarn. It's a little bit scratchy, but I don't know if it happened when I rolled it into a ball. Everything got a little bit blue. I'm not sure if you're able to see it, but like if you look at the white, it's got a bluish tint to it, and the yellow a little bit too. It's not really showing up in my camera very well, but I don't know if it was because like I was rolling it into a ball super quickly, and the dye from the purple and the indigo and the blue kind of got in my hands, and like it discolored it blue. Like I don't think it was like that. When it was in the ball, skein thing. Like you can actually kind of see it. Like it looks blue. So I'm hoping that when I rinse these eventually, when they're done, it's just kind of surface dye and it comes off. Either that or the entire sock is going to be turned blue. But I'm sure the blue and the indigo and the purple will look great. It's just these lighter colors that aren't looking so hot. So there's that. And that's it for works in progress. I did end up frogging my Calla by Gabriella Henry I was making that out of the June yarn box yarn. Mrs. Crosby talked about. I really like that shawl, but I messed up, and I could have tanked back to fix it, but with like the lace border, it's not an applied border, it's just you knit as you go. It's really hard to pick up the stitches, and I didn't have a lifeline, and that yarn is impossible to frog. So sadly, I think I'm gonna have to waste a lot of that yarn because it's really difficult to frog. Sorry, my neighbor comes in all the time. So yeah, there's that. I will make that pattern one day. It will get done, I promise. So, that's it for works in progress and all knitting things. What do I have planned? So I think once I finish one of my shawls, I've got a lot of shawls that I want to knit, but there's two that I more immediately want to knit. One I talked about last week, which is a sunray shawl, which I finally downloaded the pattern for. This is by Mina Phillip. And so I think I showed you last week. I got my 2 skeins for that. This is what I'm gonna do. Whoops! This is what I'm gonna do the main body for. This is the Madeline Tosh Twist Light in the daffodil colorway, and then this is what I'm gonna do the lace part for. This is the Dream Smooshy Sock Weight in the Amber Glass colorway. And then I was out at Michael's and I picked up some beads. And as it goes on, I may or may not use these beads in the shawl. I just was bumming around on YouTube and I found Kristen from, well, her podcast is the Yarngasm podcast. Her like Ravelry name is Will and Vine, and she has a yarn company. She did a beading tutorial and it made it seem super easy. So I'm like, I should cast on a project with beads. So I may add beads, these kind of gold beads to that. The only thing that is weird though, in her podcast, she's like, if you buy 6 over 0 beads, a US 10 crochet hook will fit them. And I bought 6 0 beads. Maybe. There we go. Sort of see it? Well, that's upside down. But now you can. 6 0. It's up here. 6 0 beads. And the size 10 crochet hook didn't fit them. But as I was buying these at Michael's, I was like, well, let me just buy the size 12 crochet hook because it's like $2 and just in case. And of course my size 10 didn't fit, my size 12 did, so I just tested out beads just using a little swatch to see if I could do the technique, and it worked. The only problem with size 12 is that it's harder to get like the yarn to stay put on that one, especially with fingering. So lace will probably be okay, but I may need to go, I don't know, buy different beads or find bigger beads or something. So might do that. And then I was trying to figure out, like, my stash is getting a little bit ridiculous, and I need to use it up. And so I have these 3 balls of yarn. I don't remember what they are anymore. I'll put it in the show notes or on the when I edit the video. I think it's Mountaintop Valley, VALI. I don't remember. I think these are just natural colorways. Like they're undyed. So I've got kind of this dark brown, and then this light brown, and then this cream. So I bought these to make a shawl for my friend, but the pattern that I got, I didn't, like, it was on a blog, so it was kind of hard to tell, and I didn't really know what weight it was, and it was one of the first projects I wanted to try to knit. So when I went to the yarn store, the lady who helped me couldn't really find the gauge or the yarn name or anything, and she didn't recognize the name of the yarn that they suggested, and so she's like, well, what about this? And as you can see, I think this is classified as a light fingering. It's fairly lacy, but the pattern calls for DK. This is not DK. So I had to buy a different yarn, and that project still isn't complete. That is just the scarf that does not want to be. It's convinced it does not want to come into existence. I frogged the thing like 12 times. I restarted it like 8 times. Awful. Anyway, so this yarn, what am I going to use it for? It's super soft. Like, I really like it. I want to make it into something. So, I had bought, when I made a Mother's Day gift for my mom, I bought the Playground Shawl ebook by Carolyn Kern. And so that has Red Rover, Cat's Cradle, and Double Dutch, I want to say, is the third one. I haven't made or printed that one out yet. So I made Red Rover, which I love for my mom. And now I want to make, whoops, Cat's Cradle. So it's a playful 3-color shawl. I don't have it printed out in color, but I think this one will be the lightest color, and then the two, it's sort of hard to see in the picture, but it's striped in there, and I'll stripe between these. I should have enough yarn. It calls for a light fingering weight. Like I said, this might be lace. It says light fingering in my stash. So it may be kind of small. I'm a pretty tight knitter, so I might go up in needle size versus what suggested. Does it have a gauge? It does have a gauge, so I might actually do a gauge swatch for this one, just to make sure I have enough yarn. But that's my plan for these once I finish a shawl, which will be never. No, I'll finish my shawls. I will not cast on one. Acquisitions. I was bad this week. Very bad. But that's okay. I'll be good the next couple weeks. So, I may have said in my last, not may have, I did, you may remember, that I said in my last podcast I needed project bags. So I went to Etsy, did some Etsy browsing, and I got project bags. One isn't here yet. It's still being made / shipped. But I got this one from Blue Dog Workshops on Etsy. And I really like it. It's just a drawstring bag. This is what my summer shawl is in, so it's pretty big. It's holding my 2 skeins of yarn and the whole big shawl thing I showed up. It's just a drawstring bag, but the drawstring feels pretty secure. I feel like sometimes with drawstrings, they don't, like I have this, I know this is not a project bag, but like I have this drawstring bag, and like this, you move it ever so slightly and it like comes apart really easily. But I think that's just probably the fabric of this, like, I don't know, whatever fabric that is. But this feels really sturdy. It's gonna, whoops, stay shut. I love teal, therefore I bought a teal one. And it's got the kind of inverse of, so like, on the outside you have this dark teal with the little white and teal at the top, and then on the inside you have the opposite. You could turn it inside out, except there's like a little stitch at the bottom is different, but I may keep it like this because white things tend to get kind of dirty in my life, so obviously still got big white flowers here, but I love it. I'm happy with it. Very nice. I haven't tried knitting out of it. I just keep it in here. When I knit, I put things in my yarn bowl, which you can see behind me, as a birthday gift. So yes, this was my birthday gift from my parents. It's a nice yarn bowl. I have no idea where they got it or who made it. I'm not sure if they got it at a yarn store or on Etsy. They taped it, so now I have this weird like tape grime that I'm, when they put it in like the basket that they gave it to me in. But yeah, it's pretty. It's a nice big yarn bowl. Little dragonfly on the bottom. So yeah, this is what I'll like put it in when I actually knit. And then I got yarn. I saw that there was a yarn store. I forget the name of the store. Specialty Lace. She's going off to college or something in the fall, and so she's closing her shop. And she's having a sale. Or had a sale, I don't know. It's still going on. So I bought 2 skeins of lace weight because I like lace weight. And I have on the website, these were called Oxblood and Cyclone. They're from Jade Sapphire Exotic Fibers, Lacy Lamb. So on the colorways that the company put on them, it's 962 and 238. So yeah, it's super soft. This is, they call it 100% extra fine lamb's wool. So very, very thin, as you can see. And yeah, the only thing with this is I bought this thinking it was like a light kind of periwinkle blue, and it's gray, which is fine. Like, I love the color, I love them together, but I'm trying to expand my color horizons. It's like maroon and blue would look nice together, maybe. So maybe I was totally wrong about that, and it's a blessing that I got the gray. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to make a 2-color shawl out of these. It'd be pretty drastic in lace weight, so I might just make 2 separate lace shawls eventually. And then my big acquisition was Webs should not have Madeline Tosh grab bags on weeks where I'm feeling stressed out and it's pay week. So I now have 5 skeins of Madeline Tosh Merino Right in 5 unique colorways. But it's a pretty good deal, I feel like. So I went and picked them up yesterday. Kind of showed them to you in order from my. I like them all, but least excited to knit with, the most excited to knit with. I got this one. It's like an orange, blue, yellow. Just a lot of colors going on here. I'm not a huge orange fan. That's my one. I bought that sun ray shawl. There's a lot of yellow in that. So, oh, my yarn box preference is just like the one thing. I'm like, send me anything except orange yarn. I don't really like orange, but there's that. There's this another ultra variegated one, pinks and browns, and reds, really pretty. And then I have a just regular gray. It's basically just a variegated gray. There's no sort of extra color in it. Then I have a brown with a little bit of like blue flecks in it. It's really nice. Oops. And then I have a beautiful blue, purple, a little bit of green. This is my favorite one. So, I'm trying to figure out what I want to make with these, and if do any of them go together. Like I said, I'm not really good at colors, but like I can imagine these two being something together. I feel like they kind of look good together. You've got the browns that are in here, and then a little bit of blues in this one. But because of the blue, I feel like it could maybe also go with that. That's more of a contrast, though. I'm not sure those look good together. But I do think that these would look good together. Just more neutral, but they're both kind of dark, so I don't know. And of course, you know, I can always buy like another skein. I can't buy another skein of these colors, because these are unique, but I can buy another skein of the color that would go with these. So, I'm thinking like these two might just be their own thing. Just a scarf. There's a lot of like one color, one skein, shawls, scarf things on Ravelry. So these will probably be their own. Sorry, I keep going the wrong way. These will probably each be their own skein. I might purchase an oyster shawl. Not, I purchased pattern. I'll show that to you in a second. I might make an oyster shawl out of these. We'll see. It'll be an adventure. So, like I said, I have lots of other project plans, so I don't need to make something with these right this second, but they're so soft. So yes, there's that. There's that. Oh man, I meant to put a dress right. Boss. So, a designer that I really liked, who's one of the shawls I had been coveting for a long time, had a. Oh no, I haven't even downloaded these yet. Give me a second. I'm going to Ravelry. Sorry, this is really boring. Was having a sale where you like bought a bunch of her projects and you got a lot off one of them. Oh man, Ravelry's gonna make me log in again. So I bought 5 shawl patterns. And so none of them are really great for this yarn. What's happening? Come on, Ravelry, you can do it. So we will see. Library. All right. So the 5 that I bought. First of all, the oyster shawl. So we can get a big picture there. Up it up. This is the one, whoops, I might make with the brownish and grayish I got with Madelinetosh. I got the Mukari, which I believe if I'm, whoops, oh, come on. Which I'm remembering correctly is her newest pattern. Oh, and so when I first looked at this, I thought that this was 2-color stripes, but now that I'm looking at it again, it looks like it's variegated yarn. So I may actually be able to make, that might be a good candidate for these two. Well, that would mean I couldn't make the oyster. So, we'll see. Still kind of figuring it all out. And then I got this one, which I actually saw a long time ago, and I've been coveting. This is a beautiful shawl. This is the Lily Pilly. This one I probably will buy. What kind of yarn is this coming for? Okay, yeah, this what a suggestion. Drop my tablet. I really like the original colors, the black and white and the red. So I'll probably buy yarn to fit that bill. And then I purchased the Shawl of Destiny. Sorry. Shawl of Destiny. There's that. Don't have immediate plans for that yet. Maybe I'll use some leftovers. I have Knit Stroll Tonal, which I was planning to use for socks, but I have like a light blue and a dark blue, but now that I'm looking at that, I might use them for these. Come on. And then the last pattern I bought was the Meriki. I love how this designer, her name is, I tried to look for her real name, but and I couldn't really find it. Her Ravelry username is Amba, A-M-B-A-H. And this is the Meriki. I really like how all our shawls are named after like Australian plants or things. So there's that. It's kind of hard to see that picture, but so lots of options, lots of. I'm pretty sure all those are like fingering weight shawls. So I'll be knitting lots of fingering weight shawls in the future, which is totally fine by me. So I think that's it on the knitting front. I'm hoping to get a lot done this week now that I'm not studying for my test. I'm taking a week off, and then I'm starting to study for my next test because I think I'm taking that the end of August, and I'm going away to a summer camp to be a counselor for a week in the middle of August. So probably get started on that one. The next one is like underwriting concepts, it's called. So it's a much shorter book too. So I gave myself only like a month to study for that one, and the past ones I've given myself 2 months. Granted, I've only really studied for them in a week, but I have 2 months just to kind of, give myself time. So this week is going to be a lot of like not thinking about studying. It is hard to think about insurance all day long and then to come home and think about insurance. It's one of the things I love about my job is that normally I go to work and I do my work things and I come home and work is far away from my mind. I don't need to think about it. I don't work extra hours a lot. I do occasionally if I'm just running behind on something, but for the most part I work and I'm done. It goes off my work shelf in my brain and the next thing comes on. So this week I'm looking forward to just having that. Nothing whatsoever insurance related. And then next week I'll be insurance related again. But it's okay because I like underwriting topics. This one was hard because it was business law and I don't like there were insurance applications, but a lot of it was just like memorize what a trust deed is. Yeah, memorization is not a strong tactic. Just rote memorization. It's weird because I can memorize show tunes from like 5 years ago that I first listened to in high school that I still know like down pat. But for some reason I can't remember what a trust deed is or a quitclaim bargain. But I passed, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters. It's important that I know these things. And for my specific job, working in home office, it matters less than truly an underwriter. But this is still a really good designation for me if I ever do want to work in field underwriting, which I may want to do one day if the conditions are right. So yeah, sorry, waxing poetical about insurance, I guess. Must be really boring to a lot of people who don't work in insurance, but it's what I do, so it's fun. Theater! I saw the Secret Garden last week. Guys, I love community theater. I love it. There's something so special about people who just are doing theater because they really want to be there. And that's not to say that people on Broadway or people who are like in paid touring companies don't want to be there. They do. They really do. But there's something, it's just about people whose only qualification for being in the theater is that they want to be there. Secret Garden had some really, really good performances. My friend was amazing as Martha. She belts like nobody's business. The Storm Not You, oh my god, it's such a good song. I want to listen to it all the time. I wish I had a recording of her singing it because she's really good. It's got the parts written for probably I feel like Martha in the original story, and I didn't see the original show on Broadway, but I feel like she was probably I don't know, 16 to 20-ish, because her brother is Dickon, and they portrayed Dickon in the musical as 16 or 17. I think in the book he's younger. But yeah, my friend is not 16 to 20. She has 2 children, so you do the math. But she was amazing at it. But yeah, there's some performances that were really fantastic. The other woman I knew played Lily? Lily, yes, Lily's eyes, the dead wife. And she was a fantastic soprano. And then there were people that were very, very good. There was no one who was bad, but there were some people who were overacting. I love children. The guy who played Colin, the little boy, was so adorable and was so what? Boy? Adorable. But I love community theater. There's that. It was a really good show. I'm not trying to knock it. Literally, there was no performance that I was disappointed. Everyone did a really nice job, but just something about everyone being there just because they want to be there makes for a very, very fun experience. That's really it on the theater front. I have no plans to do anything, which stinks. I need a show. I need a show because I'm going crazy with nothing to do at night, except knit. I mean, I love to knit, but I want to see other people, and I love my show people, and I need a show. So there's that. Nothing really else has gone on in my life this week. Like I said, it was nuts, just trying to study and everything. And I'm hoping next week I'll actually be able to get outside. Outside, where are you? I could have studied outside this week, but I don't know. I find it really easy to get distracted. I actually went to the library a couple nights this week, because there's too much going on, here at home. There's knitting, there's the computer, and I don't study very well when I'm at home. I don't really have a good desk. My desk is very, very small. It basically fits my computer onto it, and see, those are the books. They're big books. And I have my dining room table, but it's a pain. So I go to the library to study, which actually worked out really well. So yeah, this week is almost the end of July, which is crazy. And so, I think you remember that I said I was going to record over 2 weeks, and this is not 2 weeks from then. This is 1 week from, actually 1 week in a day, but essentially 1 week from then. But I'm planning to go to Boston next weekend. So I didn't want to be I'm recording every 2 weeks and then not record after my first podcast for 3 weeks. I don't know, it just felt weird. So I recorded today. And I had one finished object. Woohoo! So I figured I could record today. So yeah, Boston next weekend. So I have a friend who lives here near me. I have a friend, her twin sister lives in Virginia. And they're going to see a concert near Boston, at Gillette Stadium where the Patriots play. If you know anything about the Northeast, it's not really in Boston, but it's close enough that they're going to come up and spend the day with my friend who lives in Boston, and I'm going to go up too. And then I will probably stay overnight. See, I'm so well planned. But I will probably stay overnight and then maybe spend Sunday with my other friend who lives in Boston. Both those friends, they get along, but my first friend, who my first friend, she is there for grad school, so she's taking one summer course, and she'll probably need to do work and study and things. And then, like I said, my two friends get along, but I'll probably plan to spend the day Saturday with my friends who are twins who don't get along with the friend who's not going to grad school. It's a hot mess, I know. Anyway, going to Boston next weekend should be fun. Talk about that next time, I guess. I think that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed my podcast. Like I said, join the Ravelry group. I'll try asking a question, maybe. What I'm really interested in is, what do you watch or listen to, if anything, while you knit? And I'll tell you my answer next week, because I've already talked for 41 minutes, and that's a long time. So yeah, after I record this, I'm going to go to church. It's still fairly early in the morning, although I won't upload this till later in the day. Go to church, and then I'm coming home and cleaning my apartment because I have neglected it. I have dishes, I have laundry, I have mess. So that's what happens when I'm really busy and studying for tests. I don't clean. So this area looks nice, but the periphery, what you see in my camera, is a hot mess. So that is my plan for the day. I get some knitting done today. It's a beautiful day outside. I didn't go outside and knit last time, like I said I would. It's a little bit hot, but I may go to the park. We'll see if that actually happens this time. Thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.